Warte kurz, sonst vergesse ich meinen Text. You wanna put big loads into small trees? Then you should check out our German treehouse screw, GTS Top. Let's start off with the preparation. Those treehouse screws, they aren't comparable to normal wood screws. You cannot just drill them into the tree. You need some tools for it. So first of all, you need the drilling machine with the auger bit for the thread of the GTS. Then to get the horizontal level, you need a torpedo level. Or you attach some level to your drill machine. To measure the depth of the borehole, you have a meter stick that you stick into the hole. To disinfect the tools, you need some alcohol spray or anything. And of course you need the treehouse screw. GTS Top consists of two parts. This is the top plate. This is the screw, and we need to make sure that the top plate is pressed directly to the wood of the tree. So we need to cut away the bark, and therefore we need some really razor sharp tools like a cutter knife or a chisel. Then always make sure that your M30 nut is lubricated to the screw, so that you can reopen it after installation. And to get the whole thing in, you need this massive ratchet. Don't go any smaller, you need power. And to get the power, you need 2 bananas. They are very important. Okay, let's get started! The basic shape of the GTS Top is like the one of the GTS Friend. See? The only thing that is special is this top plate. On one hand, it allows us to take bigger loads because it's more stable. But on the other hand, as the screw has to be completely horizontal, we need very straight trees, and there shouldn't be any bumps, and the inclination should be a maximum of 4 degrees. As always, first step in installation is finding and marking the center of your borehole, which is the small wood screw. Then, as a help on top, we put a long wood screw which shows us the direction in which the treehouse screw has to go. It's the right alignment towards the platform beams. Then we can remove the small wood screw and start drilling our borehole. Before you start drilling, make sure your drill machine is in a low gear and disinfect your auger bit. When drilling, in the first few centimeters, always check that you got the right alignment and that the auger is horizontally. Here you can adjust it in the beginning, but then don't wiggle too much, because then you unnecessarily would widen the borehole. Check the horizontal auger again and again. Bravissimo, bravissimo. And then drill on. Here you can check those wood chips. If they are discolored, if they are brown, yellow, blue, green, purple, then pay attention. Check if they are also crumbly. If they are crumbly, the wood may be rotten. Then observe the hole, maybe put a candle in it and light it, but don't put your treehouse screw in there. Here the chips are really good. They are yummy. We can bore on till we reach the final depth of our borehole. Now we have 14 centimeter. Let's go to 15 centimeter because we need to remove the bark, remember, to put on the top plate. So we want to get a little bit wider into the tree than the measurement of the thread, which is 13.5. With this version, maybe we change it something. You never know. So a little bit more until we reach the 15 centimeter. So now we got exactly 15 centimeter. We want to clean out the borehole, put out the last chips. You can do this with our wood screw. Get the chips out of there. I'm out. Thank you. Step number 3 is to prepare the top plate. So you take this top plate, you hold it directly to your borehole, the plate facing down, and then you take a pen and mark the outline of the plate. Now that is the piece of bark that we want to remove. We need to remove the bark because the top plate has to lie directly on the hardwood. The bark would have too little resistance and the screw might sink down. So when cutting away the bark, try not to damage the cambium because the cambium transports the nutrients and is important for the wood healing progress. But if the tree is inclined in some direction, then in order to get the whole amount of stability from the treehouse screw, you need to take away the cambium and dig a little bit into the wood. That's life. Here you can see the part that I removed from the tree, which is below the top plate. And I tried only to remove the outer bark. You can see here the cambium is still there, doing its job. As I said, it's important because this part of the bark, it's too soft. The screw would sink, so we need to go to the hardwood below. Clean the thread of the GTS, put some alcohol on there to disinfect it, push on our top plate, then you can drill it in first by hand. When the resistance is getting too high, you switch to the ratchet. But first, you need to eat a banana to get the power, to get the ratchet power. Now when you reach the end, make sure that your plate is pressed really firmly against the wood, and at the same time make sure that you don't over twist your screw. So you just need a good feeling for that. That was it. Now if you want to put any of the accessoires on top of the screw or accessories, then you already know this, you need the quick karate jerk to remove your nut. See? Thank you very much for watching. If you want to learn more about our treehouse screws, about the field of application, the load bearing capacity and other real treehouse building background knowledge, then check our YouTube channel or visit our website. There's so much to read that you will get squared eyes.